the knowledge and life skills shared by Better Version, compiled from great books and accumulated experience, aim to bring you valuable insights and inspiration for life. As you're watching this, are there countless tasks still undone? An assignment due in a few days that you haven't even started? A monthly report nearing its deadline, but you haven't laid a finger on it? Your utility bills are due soon, and you still haven't paid? Or that book you vowed to read last month, but this month, not a single page has been turned? At the beginning of the year, you enthusiastically set a list of goals, but the year is almost over, and many remain unfulfilled. Often, we know exactly what important tasks need to be done, yet we choose to do non-urgent or highly entertaining things first. For example, scrolling through Facebook, playing games, or binge-watching shows. Unaware, many hours slip by, and we accomplish nothing all day. It's only when a deadline looms large that we finally get to work, sometimes even pulling all-nighters just to finish. And of course, the results are usually not what we hoped for. I'm sure many of us have experienced this situation in life: procrastination. Procrastination isn't an illness, but it can be harder to cure than one. A survey showed that up to 25% of office workers waste time due to procrastination. Alarmingly, almost all of us believe we fall into that 25%. Why do we procrastinate so much? How can we completely put an end to this disease, so our lives become more enjoyable, with more time for rest and leisure, and better work completion without the uncomfortable torment of procrastination? Today, Better Version will combine insights from the Willpower Instinct and End Procrastination to share with you how to eliminate the habit of procrastination at its root. Procrastination is the habit of postponing important tasks. When we procrastinate, we often feel a surge of stimulation that diverts our attention to non-urgent or entertaining things. But do you know the deep-seated reason why we completely lose control and indulge ourselves in distractions? It actually stems from our innate genes. Our brains prefer tasks that provide instant gratification. When faced with two choices, 1, rationally doing important things now for a greater benefit later, or 2, instantly enjoying ourselves first, our brains will choose the second option. This is because with the second choice, we have the opportunity for immediate pleasure. At this moment, our brains release dopamine, and dopamine stimulates us to continue enjoying the immediate pleasure. From ancient times, our ancestors lived primarily to hunt for food, fight, and flee for survival. As long as they ate their fill right away, they were happy. They didn't care about what came later. Throughout human evolution, this instant gratification gene has been passed down to this day, making modern humans slaves to dopamine. In this era, there are countless widespread distractions that stimulate us, making it even harder to resist. Jean-Baptiste Say, the French philosopher and economist, has a famous quote that truly makes us ponder. The goal of life for the vast majority of us is to think as little as possible. In the book Switch, How to Change Things When Change is Hard, it states that our brains always have two parts. First, the elephant, symbolizing emotion, and second, the rider, representing reason. Normally, the rider can control the elephant, but when the elephant wants to do something else, the tiny rider finds it very difficult to control the huge elephant. Imagine you've told yourself you're determined to wake up early to tackle work nearing its deadline. But in the morning, when the alarm blares, your reason and emotion are wrestling each other. When you hit snooze and go back to sleep, that's when your reason is completely crushed by the gigantic emotional elephant. Both the elephant and the rider are very lazy. If they don't receive strong enough commands from you, they'll get used to autopilot mode, meaning they'll follow what's already a habit. Procrastination, in essence, comes from letting ourselves follow this autopilot habit without wanting to change. Many people offer methods to overcome procrastination, such as setting goals, eliminating distractions, or finding a quiet environment. These methods are all excellent. However, most of us only focus on immediate actions to solve current procrastination. In the long run, it's hard to be consistent because you might not truly understand how to control your emotional elephant and guide your rational rider. To completely eliminate procrastination, you need to address the root of the problem, which involves tackling three aspects: awareness, emotion, and action. First, if you can't recognize your state of procrastination, it will be very difficult to control the rational rider within you. The author of The Willpower Instinct offers a great method, the ABCD model, to clearly recognize your procrastination. A asterisk stands for asterisk activating event asterisk, meaning the situation that occurs. B stands for asterisk beliefs asterisk, meaning your perception of that event. C asterisk means consequences asterisk, meaning the result. Asterisk D asterisk means asterisk disputing irrational beliefs asterisk, meaning reevaluating B, changing your perception. E asterisk means asterisk effect asterisk, meaning improving them. For example, A asterisk, you have a report due in 3 days. Asterisk B, you think, today is just the first day, I can do it tomorrow. C asterisk, the result is that you only had 1 day to work on it, so your report isn't good. Normally, the enemy of procrastination makes you stop at C. You might feel incredibly sad and blame yourself, or you might try to comfort yourself. I only had 1 day, at least I tried my best. However, self-blame only makes you lose more confidence, while creating excuses is a hazard that builds bad habits, the habit of blaming and refusing to change. To break through, you must push yourself to D to reevaluate. Here, it's not about reevaluating A, this task is too hard, or this is boring, I should do something else, but about re-examining B, your perception. Ask yourself, why do I have to wait until the second day to start? I remember back in middle school, there was a year my academic performance was so bad that my parents were called to school. The main reason for my poor grades was that I always procrastinated. After school, I would usually play first and only study later, often pulling out my books right before bed. Sometimes, I couldn't finish, so I'd copy my friend's work in class the next morning. Meanwhile, my younger sister, who was only in 4th grade at the time, would be invited by friends to play jump rope, dolls, and many other exciting games right after school. Yet, she was determined to finish her homework before going to play. I asked her, "Why are you so well-behaved and studious?" She unexpectedly replied, "No, I don't love studying. This is just my duty, and I have to finish it so I can feel comfortable playing." Exactly. Why don't we finish our tasks first so we can fully enjoy our relaxation time? Reflecting on it, my younger sister's actions, a mere 4th grader, perfectly fit this ABCD model. If a 4th grader can think and act that way, why can't you and I? The second aspect is emotion. Don't let the emotional elephant overwhelm you, become its rider. Ultimately, procrastination falls into one of 3 scenarios. Asterisk scenario 1, asterisk you're worried about not doing well, so you keep avoiding action, or you tell yourself you need to prepare perfectly before acting. For instance, participating in a singing competition or speaking in public. In reality, your anxiety stems from perfectionism. Perfectionism here isn't the pursuit of absolute flawlessness, but rather you caring too much about what others think of you. You want to maintain a perfect image in everyone's eyes, and because of this, you fear failure and procrastinate. But I must tell you a truth, not many people in this world pay that much attention to you. Only you care about your performance and your image. There's a great saying, done is better than perfect. Just start working and finish it already. It's much better than striving for perfection. The truth is, the more you seek perfection, the worse the results often become. Therefore, we must control your anxiety and fear of failure, and act immediately. Asterisk scenario 2, asterisk you procrastinate because the task is too difficult for your ability, or it requires a lot of time and effort, making it hard to start right away. For example, creating some content. Faced with a highly challenging task, our emotions are often anxiety, sometimes leading to tension and stress. It's not that we don't want to do it, but we struggle to produce it. But as the saying goes, all roads lead to Rome. There are many paths to success and many methods to solve any problem. It's just a matter of whether you want to or not. Perhaps the most important thing that can help you overcome the obstacle of anxiety and procrastination in these situations is motivation. When you procrastinate on difficult tasks, you simply lack sufficient motivation. Believe that what you're doing is meaningful to you first, and then you'll be able to get started and act. Haven't you noticed? When you procrastinate until the very last minute and can no longer refuse the task, you still manage to complete it. Perhaps you won't find it as difficult as you thought. So, Give yourself more motivation and start right away. Asterisk scenario 3. Asterisk you procrastinate because the task isn't engaging enough, leaving you without the motivation to do it. For instance, you know reading books is beneficial but still haven't picked one up, or you know you're overweight but haven't joined a gym. Faced with this type of procrastination, our emotions are often indifference and boredom, leading to laziness. If you saw above how scary dopamine can be, hypnotizing our brains and making us seek instant pleasure on the other hand, it can also be incredibly useful if you truly know how to apply it, making your life more interesting. For example, initially, you don't like reading, but you enjoy listening to music or relaxing in a coffee shop. Combine them. Music and a pleasant environment will make our brains release more dopamine, thereby making reading easier and faster. Combine things that stimulate dopamine release with tasks you're not keen on, and you might find these less enjoyable duties become quite interesting. Once we recognize your procrastination and understand your emotions, the final step is to act. I often tell my students that to succeed, you must first clear your mind. Only when you correctly perceive your procrastination and control your emotions can you take the right actions. Conquering procrastination in the final step involves completely eliminating distractions. Find a time when no one can disturb you, turn off all notifications, and use tools like Pomodoro or Forest to help you focus. But if even these methods don't help you sit still for long and you still seek out appealing distractions, you can use an effective method I've also tried. Say, "Stop," out loud. The moment you reach for your phone, shout it out. It's like a command that makes the emotional elephant within you obediently listen. So, these are the methods to completely end procrastination within you. To eradicate the habit of procrastination at its root, you must thoroughly understand yourself, control your emotions, and act immediately. Give it a try. If you succeed, please comment below so we can discuss and improve together. I hope you'll soon conquer procrastination and take control of your own life.